Here we are, we're still in project 1. We're starting to reach the end of it. We've done most of the steps that we have outlined here on our project. But we have just a few more things that I want to cover with you to make sure that things keep moving smoothly as we go forward. Right now what I want to look at is how we set up a site definition file, and that will make things go smoother as you continue to work with this site, because we're going to keep working in this workspace. But you're going to move from computer to computer. So I want to jump off the website here. I'm going to move over to Dreamweaver, which I already have launched. You notice that I am on my website. So you can see the file sitting out here on my desktop. So I've already configured my web. What I really want to do is go save that configuration in a file that I can use over and over again. Now you recall that we can use this little plug icon here to connect, and I'm going to do that just to see if my password is saved. I suggested you did not save your password. I think mine is saved. My password is saved right now in Dreamweaver because I was able to log in without it asking me for my password. So I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to go up here to the site menu, and I'm going to say manage sites, because I want to go manage this site. You'll see that, wow, I have a lot of stuff out here. I want to go to my web. I'm going to double click it, so I'm editing it. And then the server setup is what I'm concerned with right now. There's my server setup for my web. Again, I'm going to double click. And yes, there's my password that's there. So my password is saved. So if your password is saved, I recommend you come in here and delete your password out of it and save back out of here until we're done. You can always test that, of course. I can click on the connect button, and you see now it asks me for my password. So it doesn't know my password. I'm going to cancel. The reason, of course, I want to do that is if you leave your password saved in Dreamweaver at this point, and we save that into a site definition file, if you accidentally leave that file sitting on a computer in the lab, someone else comes across it, they can take it and log in to your website and do whatever they want. Post something, delete everything, who knows. So I want to make sure that my password is not there at this point. So now that I'm sure that my password's not there, I want to go back and manage that site again. So I could go to site and say manage sites, locate the site I'm working on. So there's my web right there. And there's a little icon right here. It has a folder and an arrow on it, and that's export the currently selected site. So I'm going to click on that one. I get one more dialog box about exporting the site, and it gives us two choices. So we can back up my settings, includes the login, the password, and the local paths, or I can share the settings with other users, and it doesn't include a lot of that information. I do want to include that. We've deleted the passwords, that's not an issue, but I want it to include the login information and the local path. The local path means that it knows that my root folder is sitting on my desktop. So I want to back up those settings. So I'm going to say OK. I get a standard save dialog box or export. This just wants to name it myweb.ste. That works for me. You could be specific and put your name on it if you wanted to, but it's yours. You're going to keep it with your things. And I want it on my desktop, so I'm going to click on my desktop, that name on my desktop, say save, and now I'm done. So now if I go out to my desktop, you see that I have a new file out here. I, of course, have the zip file that we downloaded in the first place. Here's my local my website. These are the files I'm working on. Now, this is the site definition file. So this is what tells Dreamweaver where my site files are. So these are the things that you're going to want to keep as we move. Like when you leave the lab, you got to make sure that you take these with you, and this is what you're going to bring back with you next time that you come to work. So at this point, I'm going to delete this zip file. I just right-clicked on it, and I'm going to say move to trash. So these are the two things that I really need. And I have a USB drive plugged in. Mine's just, this is a simple little 1 gig one. You're probably going to want a larger one, to say at least a 2 gig one. So I'm going to open up my drive here, and you can organize your drive however you want. I do recommend that you organize it though. So at the moment I have CDES222, this class. I have another random numbered class in here to represent my taking another class. I have a personal folder, so I might have some other information sitting in there, so I want to keep separate. And so I'm going to go into my 222 folder, and I'm going to take my local, my website, my root folder, and my site definition file, and copy them over onto my USB drive. So 65K, it's really small, so that won't take very long at all. So this is what you would do when you're done for the day, you're leaving the lab. Make sure that you copy that onto your drive and take your drive with you. Then you might want to take these guys and move them to the trash, and let's go empty the trash as well. So that way it's no longer on the computer that you've been using. When the computer's restarted, it should wipe those out, but you don't know when the computer's going to be restarted next, so probably best just to go ahead and delete those. So now I have these files sitting on my external drive. I want to go look at how we're going to use them as well. So I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver. I'm going to go back to Manage Sites. I'm going to go to My Web, which is what I've been working on. I'm actually going to delete it. So I'm going to hit the little minus key right there, and it says, are you sure? And I'm going to, yes, I want to delete that, and I'm going to be done. And it wants to update the site cache, which is really just because it's bringing up another site. Let's see which one it goes to. Something looks like it's going to New Urban Builders. Yep, another site that was right next to it in line. It's an old site. So at this point, I'm basically at the point as if I came into the lab now, and I'm ready to work. I plug my USB drive in. Here it is. Here's the contents that I have on my USB drive. Those are the files that I saved from last time. So I'm going to go ahead and take these and copy them to my desktop. I'm going to work right off my desktop. I have my site definition file. I have my root folder. I'm just going to close that window out. So make sure that I file things away before I leave. And now that I'm getting ready to work, I've copied them locally. I'm going to double click the STE file, the site definition file, and it comes up and brings up Manage Sites. So after double clicking on that file, you notice that it's put it into my list of sites. So I now have that site available. So I'll make sure it's selected and I hit the done button, and you see that now I'm back within my workspace. It is pointing, you can notice right there that it says it's on my desktop, so it's pointing to my local files on my desktop. So I'm all ready to work. So that's pretty much the process that you will go through every time that you come into the lab. You can just copy those files there, double click it, it's going to open in Dreamweaver, and you're ready to go.